Hi, my name is Riley, and today I will be going over Case Study 7, the commoditization of Starbucks. Case Study 7 explores how Starbucks lost its originality and kind of became this watered-down version of itself, and then how Howard Schultz steps in and takes Starbucks back to their basics and creates more of an intimate experience for customers. In April of 1971, the first Starbucks store was opened in Pike Place Market, Seattle, Washington. The original owners of Starbucks are Jerry Baldwin and Gordon Belwick. They created Starbucks based off their love for dark roast coffee and teas and spices. When they originally opened Starbucks, they did not sell freshly brewed coffee. They only sold different varieties of coffee beans. So Starbucks was kind of lacking that experience that some would, want. And that's where Howard Schultz comes in, and he gives Starbucks their vision and made it what it is today. Schultz had big plans for Starbucks. He originally planned on opening 125 stores within 5 years. Schultz actually ended up going over his goal and opened 165 stores within 5 years, which is more than the original 125 that he had hoped for. In 1992, Schultz decided to take Starbucks public, and it was listed on the NASDAQ stock. Its company's market capitalization stood at $273 million. So Starbucks' market capitalization being $273 million, that gave them plenty of money to expand. Starbucks now has over 15,000 stores worldwide, and here's a visual of where some of those stores are. So Howard Schultz was seeing all of this growth and success with the expansion of Starbucks, and he was really building his customer loyalty, but he started to feel like he was losing that intimate experience that he really wanted for Starbucks. He was kind of feeling like with all this expansion, everything was becoming more fast-paced and that we were losing touch with the connection between the customers and the employees, and how he really wanted to keep that intimate experience within Starbucks. Here's a visual of the intimate experience I was talking about earlier. In these pictures, you can see Starbucks employees interacting with the customers. You can see even Howard Schultz interacting with the customers. You see friends catching up over a cup of coffee, or having a business meeting, or studying, or a couple just hanging out. And this just kind of shows that intimate connection that Howard Schultz wanted for Starbucks. Starbucks' vision is to be the most well-known, well-respected brand in the world. So in order for Starbucks to become the most well-known, well-respected brand, they started forming strategic partnerships to reach their target customers. Starbucks also decided to step it up and started making different handcrafted drinks. The creation of the Frappuccino was kind of a revolution for Starbucks. It was like the first non-coffee beverage, and it really appealed to the non-coffee drinkers and started being sold in, airports and grocery stores, which was great for Starbucks. In these pictures, you can see the revolutionary Starbucks Frappuccino drink. You can also see the Starbucks stores being opened in the grocery stores and in the airports. You also see the Starbucks merch line with their fancy travel cups and mugs of all different sizes. So again, the vision for Starbucks is to sell the highest quality coffee and food or drink beverages, and to be the most well-known, well-respected brand. As for the work environment in Starbucks, Schultz really wanted to treat his employees like family. He wanted to make sure that they felt safe, secure, As a young boy, he grew up in the public housing projects, and he saw his parents struggle and work hard at low-paying jobs, and he wanted to make sure that his employees didn't have to go through that, and he wanted to make sure that they were taken care of and that they grew with the company. Schultz took care of his employees by offering them a higher wage than other restaurants. He offered them health benefits for both full-time and part-time workers. He empowered his employees and offered them programs that would teach them about stocks and creating value and making them shareholders within the company. He offered a lot of different things that other minimum wage jobs would not offer, and he made sure that his employees were taken care of because he knew that if he took care of his employees and treated them like family, that they would give that same energy and work and appreciation back into Starbucks, and it created a low turnover rate, which was great for Starbucks. Starbucks' mission is to establish itself as the #1 coffee server in the world with the highest quality coffee. They want to do that without compromising their principles. Their principles being creating a safe and respectful work environment, giving back to the community, having those important relationships with people in the community, and having that intimate connection, and to have the highest standards of excellence when it comes to producing coffee, food, doing business, and obviously to satisfy customers. Here are some visuals of the Starbucks mission, and here to the left you see a picture that they are committed to end homelessness. They're offering free Wi-Fi, bathroom facilities, charging stations. They're letting people know in their community that our home is your home, that they care. Up in the right you see to inspire and to nurture the human spirit, one person, one cup, in one neighborhood at a time. And below that picture you see 2 Starbucks workers carrying baskets of food to their local community, giving back. Starbucks does hold itself to a high standard when it comes to helping out with the environment. They want to make sure that they are doing what they can to reduce their carbon footprint. So things like switching to more of a plant-based menu and to using reusable cups instead of continuing to produce plastic and contribute to hurting the environment. They want to minimize their waste, and they want to listen to social activism groups and see what they can do to help the environment and give back, because Starbucks does have a lot of wealth and they need to share it, and they know that and they recognize that. So with that being said, Starbucks has partnered with different environmental leadership and conservation programs to promote sustainable coffee practices all around the world, and is doing what they can to reduce their carbon footprint and expand conservation coffee programs in Central America, Peru, and Colombia. So transformations that Schultz had planned for Starbucks: he realigned the leadership structure. He did everything he could to quickly develop and enhance the Starbucks experience. He made sure to refocus on the customer experience in stores. He wanted to make everything a more intimate experience, make the aesthetic of Starbucks more appealing, to make people want to, come in and sit down and gather for a cup of coffee. He decided to stop opening new Starbucks locations, close the underperforming ones, and to just focus on the well-performing Starbucks locations so that he could really nurture them and make sure that they were more based towards the customer experience and get back to the basics. So in conclusion, Case 7, the commoditization of Starbucks, explores how Starbucks lost its originality and how Howard Schultz brought Starbucks back to its core values, and the strategic steps they took to reach the success that they have now, and the customer-based experience that led them there, and how they focused on customer-focused initiatives and restoring that and getting back to the basics.